I don't watch people's live. I mean, and I don't gift people. Maybe every now and then I'll do the dollar or however much it is for some of my favorite creators, but it's very rare. And definitely not so many charges and the amounts that they were. There were 2 charges for $21.99. One got returned back to me, but then they did it again, and that one came out, and there was a charge for $52.99. And when I called my bank to report it, there were also other charges that I couldn't see. One was $95. Like, what? What the hell is going on, TikTok? I don't use...
called Lift at 60. And earlier, I tried to submit some ads. I never got to submit them. They were blocked. I put in $280 to be used towards the ads. TikTok is keeping my money.
I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing. I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing. I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing. I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing. I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing. I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing. I called for help twice.
No. Because they going broke themselves. Let me explain. Because I've been seeing a lot of TikTokers talk about how they're not getting paid. RPM is low. TikTok is broke. Once you realize 2020 was a very performative year, and a lot of brands and companies did stuff because it was the heat of the moment, and it just looked good. They didn't have a long-term buyout of how this stuff would look. So in 2020, TikTok announced, hey, we're going to do this $2 million creator fund to help the creators and people who want to do this for themselves. Only to fast forward 3 years later, it's getting shut down because content creation has become so overly saturated. Just talk numbers. You're dedicating $2 billion to your creator. And yes, when TikTok came out, it was fairly new, but people caught the wave fast. You have 10,000 users who can crack the algorithm doing a simple get ready with me, and their video hit 1 million views. You promised them a guaranteed $1 per view. Each of them in that 10,000 hit 1 million views. That's $10 million that your company has to produce through revenue, and money go by fast. So they had to get shut down. It's okay. You got the beta program. Now the beta sounds good because as long as your video goes over a minute, you qualify. And it's a 2-for-1 because in their mind, a lot of these TikTokers, they don't have a personality to hold for a minute. So it should be good, right? But people like me who can talk and can go, you're like, we just cracked through the algorithm. People has had pros and cons. In the beginning, you was making bank. I remember I did a video on Storm Reed. It got about 2 million views. I ain't gonna lie, for the next couple of months, I was straight. However, fast forward, TikTok went through lawsuits, have been fighting for their life to stay in the country. Now it's like, okay, wrap it up for your little video. I saw someone get like 2 million views on the video. They only qualified 86,000. And they reduced the RPM, which is how much you get paid per qualified view. So they made nothing. Thing is, TikTok has money. Content creation has become overly saturated. It used to be a select few. Play your cards right, everybody can make a bag from it. They're going to cut down and reshift their algorithm because it was never supposed to be.
All of my affiliate TikTok money is gone. My TikTok shop is gone. I can't respond to the collaborators that have been reaching out to me. I do not know what happened. I signed in today to just check my stats because one of my last videos has 140,000 views. I've gained over 200 followers from it. I've gotten over $900 in affiliate money and it's gone. What do I do?
But just in case it happens to you, I can give you some pointers as to what to expect based off of what I've experienced thus far. So last month alone, my TikTok was going nuts. I was about to hit almost $6,000. Shit was going crazy. Here's the graph to show you where I was, y'all. I was averaging maybe $200 a day. It was nuts. On February 1st, I got the disqualification notification from TikTok. I appealed it, and then 3 days later, they rejected it just like that. This is what it looks like. They're saying it's some type of security issue. This is all the explanation they're giving you. If this happens to you and you continue to reach out to them, this is all they're going to say. They're going to say to go back and look at this, which is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Okay, so since then, they yanked all the videos they claim were disqualified because of a security issue. And this is what I'm left with for the work I've done in January. They basically stole